Hey, welcome to Chaplain Chat. Today is June 23rd, and I'm recording this from our home. I'm going to be starting a new Bible study series at the jail. When I get to preach, I want to preach on this theme too. And it's on, it's on the church being the bride of Christ. A few years ago, Chuck Swindoll wrote this book called the Bride of Christ, Renewing Our Passion for the Church. Let me share with you how we introduced the book. And I think it's a great theme. And it goes like, this is how we introduced it. The groom catches a glimpse of her. She's standing at the doorway at the back of the church, poised behind the maid of honor like the dawn beginning to spill over the horizon. At the last attendant reaches the platform, the professional crescendo moves into a four-phaser fanfare of Wagner's Wedding March. Dun, 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 dun. That one there, okay? Sunrise, the radiant brighten emerge from the foyer and begins their walk. The groom heart races. Every head in the congregation turns to watch his bride. Step by step, row by row, they follow her movements down the aisle. They cry, they laugh, they beam, they rejoice. The wait was worth it. The bride inevitably steals the show. She dazzles us. She ignites today with hope, with dreams and celebration. Maybe that's why God chose the bride as a symbol to represent the church. Christ meant for his church to turn heads, turn the world upside down, to radiate hope and purity in a world shocked with cynicism. It's time for the bride of Christ to once again reflect the character of her groom and the response of his leading. Such a change won't be easy. Being all that God wants us to be rarely is. But you got to start down the aisle of the 21st century with a biblical yet exciting ministry. This study is tailored for you. Keep turning heads until the groom takes us back home. That's the Bride of Christ. It's great. And I'm really kind of excited because there's another book a few years later, I guess back in 2010, Chuck Swindoll wrote another book called, and here it is, this is kind of cool, it's called The Church Awakening, an Urgent Call for Renewal. I'm really enjoying this book. In fact, this is what my Bible studies I'm going to be working on at the jail, or sermon series too. In fact, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to, you can be a part of what I call Help the Chaplain Write a Sermon. And in fact, if you email me at jnsayers@yahoo.com, that's jnsayers@yahoo, and say, help, I want to be on Help the Chaplain Write me, I will email you back. I'm not going to send it to anybody that doesn't want it. But I'm going to start this new series because I'm getting excited again and be awakening again what God wants us as the church to be. I want to read one more quote from this book. And actually, Chuck Swindoll quotes a guy named Richard Haverson. He used to be a former chaplain of the U.S. Senate. I like this quote. And I'll probably share this quote again. He says this: in the beginning, the church was a fellowship of men and women centered in on the living Christ. Then the church moved to Greece, and it became a philosophy. Then it moved to Rome, where it became an institution. Next, it moved to Europe, where it became a culture. And finally, it moved to America, where it became an enterprise. We're not called to be an enterprise, our culture, an institution. I'm getting excited because I'm meeting with people, being with people that really want to claim what does it mean to be the church. Not called in, but called out. So if you want to be a part of this series, email me. I'm going to do some more chaplain chats on it. But God bless and thank you guys for watching Chaplain Chat.